day and welcome back to my channel. If you can hear all the noise in the background and on the roof, just excuse me, or excuse them. They're just redoing the waterproofing and whatnot, so I've been trying to record this the whole week. They've been drilling and banging and anyway, right, so as you may or may not know, if you go to my Etsy store, you can purchase candle workings. And one of my most popular ones is the uncrossing, and it's actually probably my favorite actually. But now, what is a crossed condition? Some people will say that it's purely just someone who has crossed you through a hex or a jinx or a curse or something like that, and therefore you can't move forward. It's kind of like if you think of a cross. And it's kind of in front of you and it's blocking your path. But to my understanding, it's a little bit more than this actually. And more than often, it's actually not somebody who's actually done a curse or a hex or a jinx on you. It's usually just a result of a stressful life. Life in general. I mean, nowadays, I think everybody's stressed over one thing or another. And what happens is your energy starts to cross, and instead of moving forward, it kind of gets entangled within itself, so it actually crosses. And what happens is you carry on going through life and just keep pushing through, and it just gets worse and worse and worse, and it becomes this mass of crossed energy that you can't move through. So one of the easiest ways that I like to actually explain this, and you'll have to use a bit of imagination, so if you want to close your eyes for this, you can do. Just imagine yourself standing on a path, and this path is leading away from you, and it's a straight path. And you have all of these energy filaments coming out of your body. And as these energy filaments come out, they flow along the path, and they flow and they twist and they turn a bit, but they're flowing along the path. And you are walking along the path and you're following these energy filaments. But because they are moving along the path and they continue to move along the path, you can move forward. What happens is all of those energy filaments start to get a bit entangled, and then they start to cross and they get tangled more and more and more, and they get tangled so much that they form this wall in front of you. And you actually can't move forward because you're following the energy. And because it's all tangled up, you can't go forward because you keep going within this tangled mesh of energy filaments. And so you just feel like you're stuck. You can't go anywhere, you can't move forward. Anything you try, you can't succeed at. And this is probably why it's probably one of my most favorite candle workings to do for people, because it helps them to move forward again, to bring things into their life that they want, to go and attain the things that they want and the things that they enjoy. And so it's actually it's a great working. What you can also do, what I usually send my clients when they order uncrossing, is the hyssop bath. Very simple bath to do. I think it's probably available online everywhere you can find it. So if you do find that you're not moving forward, try a hyssop bath. It just uses the herb hyssop, and there's slightly different ways you can do it, but they all work just as well. And that's actually a cleansing. It's a cleansing and a purification. So it goes hand in hand with uncrossing as well. Because once you've uncrossed your energy, you can then cleanse yourself, purify yourself, and make sure that it keeps going. But once you have uncrossed your energy, then try and live in a way that doesn't cause it to get tangled again. As I say, it's usually due to stressful living. Not eating properly, not exercising. What I would recommend the most is actually, apart from meditation, because meditation is great to stop it and to obviously continue without a crossed condition, to let those energy filaments go unhindered. But the practice of Qigong, I've started doing Qigong and I'm finding it absolutely freaking amazing. Just to get the energy flowing the way it's supposed to flow through the body, through the meridians, and actually filling the body up with that proper energy. It's just a great practice to do. So if you do find yourself not being able to move forward, you just keep getting blocked every single time you try to do something, you try and succeed in something, you just hit a brick wall every time, then have a look into uncrossing. Just try it. It'll probably help you. There is actually another quite a powerful and fairly simple way of actually doing this, but it's a bit more severe. I call it black water. I'm not sure. I can't quite remember what it's called. I'll probably do a video on this in the future. If you want me to, just leave a comment and I'll do a video for it. It's a Kabbalistic method, an old Hebrew method. And you use olive oil, charcoal, and water. And you go through the whole ritual. It's a bit of a ritual process where you actually drop the coals into the water. It's olive oil mixed with the water. You just drop the coals in, and it works with a particular angelic force. But what you do is, once you've made the water, you actually wash yourself down from top to toe with the water, and it's quite sticky and it's black from the charcoal and from the olive oil. But you wash your whole body down, and then you go and have a shower or a bath or whatever. Shower's better, and then you wash it all off. Now, what that actually does, as you go through life, and if you've ever read Carlos Castaneda's books, you'll find this mentioned quite a lot, and he actually explains it incredibly well. But as you go through life, as you go to new places, you meet new people, you attach energy filaments to those people and places, and they attach to you. And what happens is there's a passing of power between you and that person, or you and that place. And it's the reason for doing the practice of recapitulation within the Toltec path. But anyway, so what happens is you attach all these filaments and they attach to you. With this black water, you wash yourself, and it actually disconnects every single connection you've ever made throughout your entire life. So it kind of gives you a clean slate, and you can then move forward completely and utterly clean. And then what happens is the people that you want in your life, you then contact them and just make that contact again, so their energy filaments attached to you, you attach to them. But the people you don't want in your life, try and just take them out, ignore them. What you might find, though, is that a lot of people will actually start contacting you that you haven't spoken to in years. They'll try and contact you because all of a sudden they feel this kind of missing piece, and in a way it is a missing piece, because now all of a sudden they don't have this power transfer between you and them, so they have this kind of they miss you, because they have this little part of them that's gone. So they'll probably try and contact you. If it's people that are negative people, toxic people, just don't answer. Just ignore them, keep them out of your life, and prevent those energy filaments from reattaching. But this, again, it can go into recapitulation. Maybe I'll do another video on that in the future. But recapitulation is the process of actually pulling back your energy filaments and releasing them and giving them back to the person or the place. And you go through all your memories, and you take your power back, basically. And it helps the power within your body, it helps you energize. There's a lot more to it. When you die, if you've completely recapitulated, you become a linear being, and you bypass the ego and all that fancy stuff. Anyway, not part of what I'm trying to actually explain in this video. So, cross condition and getting uncrossed. As I say, if you feel you're not moving forward, just have a look for somebody who's doing uncrossing. Go on my Etsy store if you want, order it from there, and get uncrossed. Let that energy flow again. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and cheers.